Welcome to another video, and this video I'm going to be talking about my current favourite comp to run, and what I think will potentially has endless potential is an omni break or an omni-toughness breaking comp with the following 4 characters. Now, you could theoretically replace Welt with any sustain or any character that has a lot of toughness break potential, but I really like Welt, and Welt contributes offensively amongst this team and doesn't really require that much skill points, so that's why I'm using him. You can in fact replace Welt with really any future character or any current character that has a lot of toughness break in their kit, but the real emphasis is on these first 3 characters, that is Akron, Solvolv and Ruanmei, and it works like this. This comp is so good at delaying the enemy and toughness breaking the enemy that you can perpetually sustain against them. Akron's ultimate, as everyone already knows, has omni-toughness break, meaning it doesn't matter what resistance the enemy has, their toughness will be shredded by her ultimate. Solvolv can then implant a debuff, which, so long as it's not Ruanmei's, would considerably reduce the enemy's toughness every time either Solvolv or Akron attacks, and Ruanmei helps speed up that toughness breaking process. And in the unlucky scenario that Solvolv does implant Ruanmei's toughness, I'm unaware of a single enemy in the game that does not have one of these 4 weaknesses, so at bare minimum 2 of your characters will be on toughness elements, and one of these 3 characters will massively contribute towards toughness breaking that enemy, in which case, if you're not able to toughness break the enemy in time, you can always just turn skip with Welt. Alternatively, you can also just use a regular sustain and just out-tank the enemy, but this is way more fun to me. We implanted lightning. And with a skill, this guy's toughness is almost broken. If I planted Quantum, it would already be down this much, and with an ultimate he would be toughness broken. I would not need to worry about him again. But I'm not going to do that right now because I just find my current rotation more fun to do. And we're going to implant a weakness on this enemy. Well, ultimate here, toughness break, send back that much. Finally, the best part is absolutely that once the enemy is toughness broken, they're almost guaranteed to die. And the reason they're almost guaranteed to die is because when toughness broken, enemies not only take more damage, but they also get the action pushed back regardless of whatever toughness break you do. Any toughness break delays the enemy's action is just imaginary toughness, and quantum toughness delays it further. And ice toughness pushes the action back, and Ruanmei's flower would furthermore push it back on top of that. So you're just pushing back their action so often with these 3 characters. You could in the future replace Akron with any character you really ideally want, so long as their element either aligns with one of these 3, or they are another omni toughness breaker, which we currently have none, besides Akron. I'm actually going to do this because I'm free to. Now, I'm not going to use Akron's ult here because I can just save it. These enemies are not touching me for the rest of the entire... I'm like untouchable, really. Watch, you'll see. This one dies from DOT, the other one will also die from DOT. That one dies from DOT from Trotter. If I did need to use Akron's ultimate to kill them, I would. But I don't. This one will also die from DOT once again. And now we're on Yanqing. Now Akron's technique, toughness reduction, immediately using this. And look how much is reduced from Akron's ult alone. And then Welt's skill, look at that. And bolt alt. Turn skip. 2 actions. Sorry. And look how close Akron is to getting her ult again. And watch this. Even if it's not imaginary or quantum toughness break, it still reduces his action. Little silver ult. And Marley's fully debuffed. Look at all these debuffs. And Yanqing will just not act. And he just dies, and he didn't even get action pushback. Now, I know some of you may argue a lot of things. But first of all, Akron was on loop. So this comp definitely is absolutely free to play friendly. E0 Akron, E0 Silverwolf, E0 Ruanmei, E0 Welt, S0 Welt, S0 Ruanmei, S0 Silverwolf, S0 Akron. I don't know what else to say. Now once again, you can replace this DPS with any on-element DPS. And realistically, if you're not fighting a single target boss, if you're fighting AoE content or multi-target content, you can replace Silverwolf with any ally that's on element. But I'm using Silverwolf just to make sure that against single target bosses, you will always be able to massively reduce their toughness. Like, I could do another run. I implanted Ice. What if I implanted Quantum that time? What if Yanqing didn't resist whilst imprisoned from his technique? There's so much stuff that else that could have happened, and I had guaranteed success every single time. And I mean this comp works everywhere. By this mean this comp works everywhere. Here's an enemy with absolutely no imaginary weakness at all. What people say that will sustain cannot sustain against. Yeah, I can do whatever I want really. I'll do this for now. I could toughness break, and with quantum toughness break it pushes action back further. But Akron's going to toughness break this guy anyway, so instead I'm going to use my skill here. Toughness broken. And look, he's pushed back this far. He's going to try to take action. He's going to take all that DOT damage from the Trotter, which I don't even need. I could always just use Akron's ult again if I wanted to. And now, this lady is weak to imaginary, which means that Welt just might... More toughness damage done. I could, like, Silverwolf's basic sorts that enemy out. I could use Silverwolf's ult at any time. In fact, Akron's skill on an actual weapon instead of loop would have just straight up killed that guy. In fact, Akron on her signature would have just straight up killed that guy. If we do this, Ruanmei's further break. Due to quantum break, this lady's just taking all the damage. DOT plus quantum entanglement plus Ruanmei's action delay. She's just dead. Next wave. Once again. I'm going to use Volt's skill first, just to apply slow, and then I'm immediately going to Akron ult. Look at that toughness brick damage. Kokolia is almost down to half already. With a single skill, I'm guaranteed toughness break this enemy. There's nothing she can do. I'm going to ult first. And then skill Kokolia to implant a weakness, which she resisted because my Silver Wolf does not have high enough effect hit rate. I should get onto that. That's my mistake. But it's fine. I'm going to skill Kokolia. I'm going to try to turn skip. It doesn't matter if I don't turn skip. Kokolia does have CC resistance. But even if she does resist it, I don't care. I can use Akron's ult right now and turn skip her. And it just lands anyway. I am in fact going to Akron ult here. I could weld skill for free. This lady's guaranteed dead from the entanglement, as well as all the dots. Kokolia is only at 30% HP, and Akron will get her ult before Kokolia acts. This was with lightning toughness break, and she got sent back that far because of Welt's slow and Welt's imprison from his ultimate. And then that's not even accounting for Ruin May's further action delay when she tries to act. It really doesn't matter what the enemy is weak against. The moment you toughness break them, it's over. I'm going to try an implant. And there we go, lightning implant. Kokolia is not defense debuffed by Silver's ultimate yet, so I'll do this. She might just die to this DOT. Almost does. She gets sent back into the cycle. She almost died from Akron's skill. I use a Volt ult here. She's guaranteed dead from the DOT, if not what's ult. She gets sent back again. She's just dead. There was no enemy with imaginary weakness there, and I broke multiple enemies with lightning instead of quantum or imaginary. You do not need to. So long as you can toughness break the enemy, this cup has it cleared. Like, watch, I'll show you another one. Wind. Wind. None of these are wind. The monkey is only able to be hit by Ruan Mei, who has the least amount of toughness break. And we have enemies which advance forward the monkey. The monkey which two-shots your allies. All we just need is to implant one weakness. We implanted imaginary. I could basically, like I've been doing before, in order to save skill points for Will and Silverwolf. I'm gonna skill here just to toughness break these two dogs. If you're going to try to do the same thing as I've done, on her sig you would just outright kill these dogs usually. I want to do this so I get Will's ultimate here. Oh, since he died, he's gonna advance forward, so I'm gonna Akron here. Monkey tries to act, he buffs himself, toughness break. I don't even need the imprison to land, but it will land because effect hit rate. And there you go, he's sent to the next cycle and toughness broken, so he's sent 2 cycles away, and I'm hitless. I could kill him anytime I want. I still have Silverwolf's ult saved up. I'm not going to kill him simply because I just don't want to. I want to farm him for energy, because I can. Look, apologies, max skill points. I've now got Welt's ultimate back. I'm gonna kill him with a basic here. Oh wait, no, he lived, but he still dies from DOT. Next wave, get 2 stacks, one from Welt, one from Akron's technique. I truly can do whatever I want here. I'm going to ult with Acheron first. It lands on the not land on this enemy, so I'm going to target this enemy. Doesn't matter what lands, this guy's tough as broken. A basic wood in. That's another stack. I'm going to. This guy is practically dead. I'm going to start targeting the monkey instead. Simply because the monkey isn't toughness broken yet. Acheron's at max stats. I'm going to skill the monkey to slow him down. He tries to act. Imprison, guaranteed to land. He gets sent. Let's see. I think I can do this and then he's just dead, right? Yeah, monkey will die by accident. Yep, emitting stacks going to the horseman. Easy. It does not matter. That team has so much toughness break that they really can't do anything. If the enemy tries to act, I think that was hitless, wasn't it? And the toughness of the enemies this time was suggested wind. I could use this team against any content. I don't have to bring Silverwolf. If I had a good wind debuffer, I would, like, if Sampo was raised, it might be better to use Sampo, because that way he would reduce both of their toughnesses so much just by existing. But with Silverwolf there, she could implant either herself, and she does a lot of toughness damage because her ult is offensive. So it has 3 break units. Or she can plant Well, and Walt has a lot of toughness damage because his skill is bounce. If all of his bounce hits the same enemy, that's the same as an ult. A single target ult hitting that enemy. I can use this team comp against anything in the game. And it has no weakness. Unlike Mono Quantum, which relies you to, which Seal is unable to really do extremely well in pure AoE content or pure single target content. You don't have a lot of toughness break going on in that either. You have Seal, you have Fujuan, you have Silverwolf, obviously, and you have Sparkle, but Sparkle doesn't contribute toughness breaking, only Silverwolf and Seal do. And you could argue Fujuan as well. But in this team comp, Acheron's always contributing with her ult, with or without Silverwolf's skill being applied. Then Silverwolf can make herself or will apply it, and then Ruan Mei makes all of their toughness break better. I can just fight anything with this team comp. I'm like, the only way this team comp does not work is if the enemy can resist whilst in prison, in which case I just use a regular sustain instead. A sustain that's either on element with these 3 or has a lot of or just does so much toughness damage where they could be on their own like Welt is. This team can fight anything. You, like, previously people would say that Acheron is pure lightning, and now people might also argue that she can be used anywhere, but with this team comp she truly can be used anywhere. Ruan Mei 25% resistance shred, Acheron 20% resistance shred, Silverwolf Omni 13% resistance shred if she does not implant your element. If she does implant your element, that's 33% resistance shred. Bare minimum, Acheron has 57% resistance shred from these 3. Even the most resistant of enemies with lightning weakness only cap out at 40% resistance. So even if you're fighting an enemy that's resistant to lightning for Acheron, she is still considered to be advantageous. Unlike if you was fighting an ice resistant enemy for Jingliu. This team comp can fight anything. And it's so very fun to do so. I think I went hitless here. I've done this. I've fought Svarog before on stream. I fought Sam. I very much fought Sam. The only problem I've had with Sam is the first wave. And the problem I've had is because of this lady. Aside from this lady, I've cleared this with this team comp. This team comp can fight anything because Sam just gets his toughness broken ASAP. Since he's already on element for these 3 characters, it's just immediate shred. Silverwolf ult plus skill, Well ult plus skill, and then he's almost toughness broken just from that alone. Then you factor in Acheron's ult and then Acheron's skill. Then plus Silverwolf's implant, she is guaranteed to implant ice on Sam, which would mean Ruan Mei contributes as well. He just stands no chance. This team comp is the team comp that can fight any content. It's better than Mono Quantum. Now once again, you can swap out Silver Wolf for an ally that is on elements. But if you're fighting a single target boss like enemy, I'd recommend running Silver Wolf just because her debuffs are incredibly valuable and because she can also implant in case like your sustain or your DPS isn't on element for some reason. She provides that. Now obviously I'm going to do a run with Acheron's signature just to show you what we can do. I could swap out Silver Wolf's weapon. If you had her Eidolons or Runmay's Eidolons or Welt's Eidolons, you'd be doing so much more. I'm just going to swap out to a signature just to show you the damage comparison. And to show you a different rotation, unless it ends up the exact same way and Yanqing just gets bullied again. Now for Acheron particularly, Welt's Sustain works spectacularly because it increases her maximum damage by a crap ton. You can, but again, as I said, so long as your DPS is on element, you can run this Omni Breaking Team comp. Once again, Lightning Implant. That Lightning Implant is 30% resistance shred, 20% for lightning, an extra, 33% resistance shred because the enemy already had 3 debuffs. Runmay's ult now gives Acheron another 25% resistance shred. This enemy is down 58% resistance shred, and Acheron hasn't even got her ultimate 20% resistance shred up. This enemy is dead. And this enemy has lightning resistance on top of that. Now I'm free to do what I want here. I'm going to skill you because you're not slowed. And then turn skip him. He doesn't get Imagining Toughness broken this time simply because he Welt's bounced on land, but I don't need it to. Acheron's on max stacks, I should use this just so I get free stacks, but... Easy 750k with Silver Wolf's debuffs on one enemy, without Silver Wolf's ult, just Silver Wolf's skill on one enemy. And I'm free to implant anything here. I can do ice, I can do quantum. Quantum does land there, he's screwed. This enemy is going to die from the DOT, so I can just ignore him. I can, like, these two are dead, due to simply how this team comp works. I could kill these guys whenever I want. I'm not going to, because I want to farm them for skill points and energy. Look how far this guy got sent back. He acted once in the first cycle due to Welt's technique pushing back his action, and now he's got pushed back. He spent an entire cycle doing nothing, and now on the third cycle of the entire combat, he's going to try to act, only to be delayed to the next cycle again. If not, just die outright due to quantum entanglement and everything else going on. What? He stood no chance. Extra 2 stacks for free. And Welt's technique landed, so Yanqing is just done for. Remember, Acheron's technique has omni-toughness break as well, so Yanqing starts out less. And he's already at half toughness. Welt's skill. Look at that. We implant ice. No, I'm going to show you something interesting. I'm not going to toughness. I can toughness break him before he gets a single action. But if you remember what I said about Welt's sustain, you want to wait until the enemy takes action before you toughness break them. I'm going to basic here, and I'm going to turn skip him. That's guaranteed landed from toughness break. His ult in prison did not land. Yanqing resisted it, but that doesn't matter. We didn't need it to. 1 stack, 2 stack. Did the skill already... Yeah, that's full resistance shred. I cannot implant lightning weakness, but I still get the Omni 13% resistance shred. Oh wait, Yanqing has ice resistance. So Yanqing is he's just screwed right now. He would take more damage from Runway, but that's a different story. I'm going to basic here. I could have used skill if I wanted more damage. The reason I didn't use Akron's ult is because I wanted to wait for the trotter to spawn. Just for more damage. Just look at that. Yanqing took a single action. And he dies. And Welt gets his ult back from his next skill due to tutorial and energy recharger up. So I could action delay Yanqing as well if I wanted to. He's already got sent back 2 cycles. He acted once in the first cycle, and then he acted another time, or he tried to act this cycle, and he's going to be action delayed. And then once he tries to act again, he's going to get turn skipped, and then he's just going to get toughness broken. Because Silverwolf's going to get her ult back fast, or she's going to implant Quantum this time instead of Ice. Ruan Mei is going to contribute. World's skill does so much toughness damage as you saw, and Akron's going to get an ultimate. He just stood no chance. This is better than Mono Quantum. This is my favourite team comp in the game currently. It is the team comp that can fight anything. The Omni Breaking comp, the Omni DPS comp, the Omni Elemental comp.